I kicked out my brother, who our parents have previously disowned, because he told my now ex-fiancée that I cheated 9 years ago. Nobody in my family even talks to Ryan anymore. He got kicked out when I was 16 because he stole $3,000 from our parents' savings account to pay for some pyramid scheme thing. But somehow he found out about my past and decided to blow up my entire life with it. So here's what happened. 9 years ago, I was 20 and dating this girl named Megan. We were together for like 8 months and it was going nowhere. She was super clingy and always checking my phone. One night at this house party, I got really drunk and hooked up with some girl in the bathroom. Megan found out the next day through friends and dumped me. Honestly, I was relieved because the relationship sucked anyway. Fast forward to 3 months ago. I'm engaged to Claire, who I've been with for 4 years. She's perfect. We have this cute apartment together, 2 cats, and we were planning our wedding for next spring. Everything was going great until Ryan showed up at my door looking like he'd been living in his car for weeks. He starts crying about how he's homeless and needs a place to crash. Against my better judgment, I let him sleep on our couch for what was supposed to be just a few days. Claire wasn't thrilled, but she agreed because she's too nice for her own good. Ryan's been staying with us for 2 weeks, and he's the worst house guest ever. He eats all our food, leaves dirty dishes everywhere, and brings random people over without asking. Last Tuesday, Claire found him smoking weed in our bathroom, and she totally lost it. She told me he needed to go by the weekend or she was leaving. So Friday night, I sit Ryan down and explain that he has to find somewhere else to stay. He gets all defensive and starts yelling about how families should stick together. Then he says the thing that ruined everything. Maybe Claire should know what kind of person she's really marrying, like how you cheated on Megan back in college. I told him to shut up because that was completely different and had nothing to do with Claire, but he wouldn't let it go. He kept saying Claire deserved to know the truth about who I really am. The next morning, I wake up and Claire's sitting at the kitchen table with her coffee, looking like she'd been crying all night. Ryan's nowhere to be found. Turns out while I was asleep, he told Claire everything. Not just that I cheated, but he made it sound way worse than it was. He told her I was a serial cheater who couldn't be trusted and that she was making a huge mistake marrying me. Claire barely looked at me when I tried to explain. She said she needed time to think and went to stay with her sister. That was 3 weeks ago and she still won't answer my calls. Yesterday she texted me asking me to drop off her stuff because she's done. I found Ryan at this dive bar downtown where he hangs out. I walked right up to him and told him he destroyed the best thing in my life over something that happened before I even met Claire. He had the nerve to say he was just looking out for her because she seemed too good for me anyway. I grabbed him by his stupid flannel shirt and dragged him outside. I told him he had 48 hours to get out of town or I was calling the cops and telling them about all the stuff he stole from our parents years ago. I also told him if I ever saw him again, I'd make sure everyone knew what a piece of garbage he really is. He tried to act tough, but I could see he was scared. He kept mumbling about how he was just being honest and how the truth always comes out eventually. I told him the only truth that mattered was that he was jealous of my life and wanted to destroy it because his own life is pathetic. 2 days later, one of our mutual friends told me Ryan left town. Good riddance, but the damage was already done. Claire won't even look at the engagement ring I bought her. She returned it in the mail with no note.